Welcome students, Southwest University students. I am Miss Servin and welcome to your class first day. So this is an introductory video and this is how I will be this is one of the platforms that I will be using for our class this term. So I have two subjects. I have an English 145 and an English 133. There will be announcements that are for everyone. Like today is going to be an introductory announcement, right? An introductory video. And then I will split up the videos by English 145 and English 133. Okay, so that's how it's going to be done. I have been flexible and have adapted to our new system. And remember that this is a journey. So we take the punches, we roll with the punches or something like that, right? So let's all be flexible. This is a new, era for us all. And so we'll see how it works, right? Thank God I have my YouTube channel and we have this incredible platform where you guys get to see me. So I think that I'm going to divide up the class certain ways. Okay, I think that I will do daily attendance, but I don't think I'll be taking attendance daily. So my daily attendance will be a YouTube for those of you who have been with me and were here last term. That's how we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a daily attendance YouTube, and then you are going to take a picture of when you log on and you look at the video, you look through it. I will title it with the date, and then you will take a screenshot of your YouTube. You're gonna like and you're gonna comment here for the YouTube daily attendance, and then you're gonna go to SU and upload it at SU. There's different modalities that we will be using in order to communicate. In your SU portal, you have your email. So you can email me at any time in the classroom. You can just, when you get into your portal for my class, you can just, I think there's like an email for the professor that's there, and you can just click on it and it'll automatically send you to the email so you can email me. My email is lservin@southwestuniversity.edu. In addition to that, we will be doing the message. So that's the little bubble. I like to call it the little bubble, but it's the message that you can sort of send a message through your SU. And that's my preference. That's the message, the little bubble, which is what I refer to, is my preference in order to communicate, okay? Because it's just easier. So be patient. You know, I have close to 200 students, I believe. So make sure that you're patient, and then just, if you need to get a hold of me, you can do it through the bubble, which is the message. You just click on the little bubble and it'll give you a little text square where you start, writing your message, and then you click with the little arrow and it sends it to me, and I will see it when I get into my SU. I also check my emails about once a day, if not more. So make sure that you do that in this day and age, and this will help you for your business and whatever work that you have. You're gonna have to be checking your emails, your messages, any type of anything, at least 2 to 3 times a day. Okay, so I always check my business messages, my business emails, like once every hour, every single time, because I just don't want to miss something and I need to get a hold of an answer back. And I also do my messages. So this is a good practice for you to be able to start adjusting and to be able to to go into business, right? And your your job and your career. Please forgive me. You guys know that I get dehydrated, so I always have my water. So that's the daily attendance. The other thing is that I want to do team meetings, which is it's sort of like Zoom. For those of you who have been hopefully reading up on Zoom, I want to do a meeting. It's not Zoom. We are not using Zoom. The school has Teams from Microsoft. So make sure that you download the Teams from Microsoft. I will be during this time, give me about 2 days because I have to input everybody's everybody's email onto that to create teams and units. And then at that point, we can all log on. We can set up a time for those meetings, and then we can all meet. Okay. I would like to do a team meeting, a team class where it's virtual and it's online and it's streaming, and it's basically at the same, it's basically live in real time, I guess what it's called. So I would like to do that once a week, and I would like to do that on Wednesday. So I will be asking what your preference is, if you want to do it either at 10 or you want to do it like at 2 o'clock. And then for my evening people, the people that were signed up for the evening, and right now it's going to be a hot mess. It's all going to be all together. Excuse me. I dropped my pencil. It's all going to be a hot mess because it's not going to be, specific, real time per se. So the people that are in the evening, tell me what best meeting time you have, because I know that you all work during the day, so we can either start meeting at 5 or whatever works for you. But I will be sending out a message on YouTube so you guys can tell me what your preference is, and then based on whatever everybody votes on, because remember that this is not a democracy, right? But I will let you vote on that. Then we can decide when we're gonna be able to meet on Wednesday. So I would like to meet one time. All right, this is your term for April 6th through May 11th. We've already basically have gone through 1 week of the term, so that's a freebie, so thank God, right? So you basically have 5 weeks. Remember that I will basically want to do the teams on just 3 weeks, because you'll probably have your final on the 4th week, because your week of finals will be the 5th, because remember that we're sort of a week. It sort of turns out the same, but in terms of really starting up, because we're starting up sort of a week later from whatever our specific term was. So I don't know if that makes any sense. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. All right, I'll go through it. So that's the team meetings, and then we will also do a contact through assignments, and you will be having assignments through SU, right? And I will tell you what the assignments are with your with the YouTube videos that I upload. I will tell you what the assignments are, and you will see them on SU. You will be able to do them. So you're gonna have SU assignments that I will label the YouTube videos, and I will do a lecture, and I will tell you what the assignment is. So on those lectures for those specific classes, whether it be 133, English 133 or 145, I'm gonna upload, right? And I'll probably upload 3 videos per week, just because I don't want to overwhelm you, or probably 2. Remember that we have the daily assignment, so that's going to be counted as an assignment as well. So just bear with me. So we're not going to do physical assignments except for like 2 or 3 a week, and that's it. So those will be delivered and informed through my lectures on YouTube, and I will give you the assignments there. Once you finish the assignment, same deal, you're going to have to take a picture and upload, just like you've done for my classes. If you have not had me before, if you've had me, please bear with me, right? You're going to hear the same stories, and I do need to do an intro about myself. So this is this is the introductory video, and if you have not had me, I am Miss Servin, and I will be your instructor for English 145 and English 133. And so here we go. So I have a bachelor's in journalism PR, so lots of writing and lots of reading, and I had to write really well in order to graduate from that degree. And then my master's is a master's in education. I have several certifications. I have a certification for early childhood. I have a certification for bilingual. I have a certification for administration and education. I also have, I'm also licensed. I'm a broker. I'm a real estate broker in New Mexico, as well as Texas, but I'll talk about that first. I'll talk about that later after my education. So I have over 20 years. I guess I don't want to date myself, but I guess it's over 20, I think 22 years maybe at this point, or maybe 20 years of educational experience. My tenure, my last tenure before SU was in Gadsden Independent School District. I was there for about 16 to 18 years. My last tenure was a high school principal, and I was principal at Gadsden High School, and it was a great run. So I am a retired high school principal, so I'm it, right? So I know in terms of, I don't mean but I mean, you know, I'm a principal, so I know about curriculum, and I know about what it is that you all need to understand and learn, okay? And I will tell you your stuff about your books later as soon as I finish this. I'm also a commercial real estate broker, which means that I'm an entrepreneur and I have my own business. I have been a broker for, I've been in real estate for 5 years. I have secured over 25 million in government contracts and secured about 15 million in private purchases and sales. So, so really qualified in that sense, right, to be your teacher. Basically, you know, I like for open forum, and I like discussions, which is, you know, hard to do, but I really enjoy our discussions and your comments. So make sure that you comment always, you know, for the lectures. That's really interesting, and that makes it, you know, sort of better and flow better. Excuse me, you will get out of this whatever it is that you put in, just like if we were in real classes. As I have told my students, if you fail my class, you have to really analyze your life because there's something going on with it. So I will, you know, as I tell everybody, I am here, you know, and I will be teaching you about life, but it is through content that we do so. So I'm really here to teach you about yourself, but hopefully you'll learn something really important about English and vocabulary, and how important it is to read and write, and how it can make you or break you, and the importance of being able to communicate appropriately and adequately. The other thing about that is, what else? So, okay. So English 133 has this book, and they will be having a hard copy, and this is what it looks like, and it says Breaking Through College Reading, right? And I hope they didn't change the book on me. The bookstore, the book room, not bookstore, will be open on Monday from 8 to 4, and then Tuesday from 8 to 2. So people in English 133, you have to go pick up your books, and they are open on Monday, the book room from 8 to 4, and you are you can go also from Tuesday to 8 to 2. Make sure that you take the precautions that are needed in order to keep safe, and you know, this quarantine and self-imposed, I can't remember what they call it, something, I don't remember, self-imposed isolation or something like that. I don't remember what the term is. Okay, so so that on English, for English 145, we have the Cengage, and you have an ebook on that. So make sure, and this is part of your assignment, make sure you download this so you will be ready to go for Tuesday. Okay, so and all your assignments, or most of them, will be on Cengage, and will be assignments that are within the book. So make sure that you download it. If you cannot download it, make sure that you call IT for the SU at our, you know, school at the university, and they can help you sort of download it and have it accessible. But you should have it accessible within your SU. And I know that my boss was really kind and generous, and I think he put in there a link. So make sure that you get all that set up and you know what I'm talking about. What else? I usually like to have midterms and finals just a week before, just because there's a lot of writing and a lot of stuff that you all have to turn in. I really like last semester, so I think that I will allow you to be able to choose your midterms as a class and be able to choose your finals. So we will probably discuss on Tuesday whatever your midterm is, so that way we could turn it in the following week, which will be basically our, you know, when we started it, so it'll be after the first week of school. Okay, so I'll say dates and all that when I do the YouTube, and then after that, excuse me, we'll determine the final. I sort of think that's it. Be flexible. Part of life is this, that we have to be flexible and be able to adapt to whatever circumstances we have, and we'll just see how it goes, right? This is very exciting. I'm very excited. I sort of think that I'm kind of prepared. I have my YouTube channel and I have all sorts of equipment that I bought and invested on last term. So really pleased with that. As you know, I take my job very seriously, and I take my, my students also very seriously, and I believe I believe that if you got me, it's because you're ready to hear the message, and you'll figure out what that is, right? This is definitely a journey, and it will be my privilege to be your teacher in these very trying times for this term. And I can't, I'm excited. I'm excited to do a different forum and a different platform and see where this takes us, because it can be very different, and it can be very rewarding if we make it and we choose to do so. So let's make the best of it. Let's see, I really want to be, the best classes in terms of interactions and in terms of you trying to get whatever it is that you get out of it. For those of you who are not tech savvy, this is time to be tech savvy. This is really propelling us to have education at a different level and a different kind of way. And no setback is going to deter you from getting your certificate and your degree, because that is part of the challenge, right? Part of the challenges is getting through whatever it is that you need to get through in order to achieve your goal. So this is just part of the challenges. And also, if you have children, that way you can see how challenging it is. And definitely kudos to your teachers, right? Because teachers have been, have minimized and have not been appreciated. And now that the kids are home, right, you guys don't have any more babysitters and teachers that really have to adapt to the different learning styles and the different levels of knowledge that everyone has. So great time to reflect and be grateful for all the teachers and our educational system, who we are the only system in the world, I think, maybe, that educates everyone and all alike. And so it is a blessing that we have that ability, and that, that as citizens that we can provide that. So I think this concludes today's introduction. I am very much looking forward to having some sort of interaction with you all that is real time. So we'll see that. What is it? So I've been exercising tremendously because I have time, which is great. But the other day I was doing my challenge for sit-ups, and I pulled a horrendous muscle and I couldn't even get up. So if you see me kind of uncomfortable or kind of like, complaining or whatever, I sort of can't sit for long. I will be, hopefully getting into the doctor either today or tomorrow. We'll see. I was hoping not to be able to go out, but I've just been in excruciating pain. I couldn't even get out of bed. So sitting for this video has been very uncomfortable for me. So please be patient. And if you are going really, really strong, be careful. Listen to your body. It's very interesting. When I was doing my sit-ups, I noticed something, and I pulled something, and I knew it. And instead of stopping and just chilling, I went on, and then when I recuperated and then went out and gardened, because I thought I wasn't going to do anything, and I've just had setback after setback because I have been unable and unwilling to really listen to my body. So make sure that you're listening to your body. Make sure that you keep clean. Make sure that you do things that maybe you hadn't been able to do before. And there is a reason that we are going through this, and it is about being able to sit with ourselves, right? And be able to sit with our families, and be able to maybe reconnect, and be able to, just really maybe be grateful, right, for all that we have, and maybe understand that sometimes we have much more than other people, and maybe with that we don't hoard so much, and maybe we use just what is necessary for us, and we become very innovative in the things that we need. You know, I needed a sort of like a little stand to be able to do this. Even though I have a tripod that's bigger, I didn't have something to set on the table, and I couldn't figure out where to do it because my house is in some places it has really good internet, in some places it doesn't. So my daughter's like, make sure you sit down and you have good internet, so that way when you stream. So even though I uploaded YouTube, so anyway, so I did this little makeshift carton deal for from Starbucks, so that way it could stand, you know, it could hold my phone. So lots of very innovative stuff, and this is a great time to do a lot of research about other stuff. You know, since the wipes are running out, I saw this YouTube video on this guy that did wipes by himself. So he got like those rolls for like cars, you know, that, you know, like for oil and stuff they clean out, and they're like thicker cloths, and he just created out of like a can of coffee. He did a Clorox to a water portion. He did some essential oils. He cut the blue, you know, sort of like, it was like cloth towels that they use like heavy duty like mechanics and stuff like that, or who knows what, and then I think he soaked it or something. So people are becoming very innovative, right? And people are trying to adjust as best as we can to the new norm. So that concludes our first intro. So many blessings. Can't wait to see how we adjust to our new term, and we'll see what happens, right? And we'll see how we adjust. Be flexible, and if you have you know, suggestions or recommendations on your end, I'm more than happy to listen to them and be open to them. So many blessings. See you tomorrow. Ciao.